Hi, welcome to Step by Step Listening. In 8 simple steps, we share with you a question technique that will help you gain clarity, focus and direction. It'll help you unravel what's holding you back, and it'll help you develop resources and strategies so that you can work at your best. Through this process, you'll learn how to make good decisions and plan your next best step with confidence. Now, I've been a leader for 25 plus years. I've also been a parent for 17. But it was just 4 years ago when I was introduced to this process that I became something I was completely oblivious of. And that was how many assumptions I was making in my decision-making process. From a facial expression to a word to a phrase, I was interpreting them rather than understanding them. The dangerous thing about assumptions is that actually we believe them to be true, even though we may not have any proof. Our experience tells us that it was true for us, therefore we assume it's true for everybody else. It'd be interesting to think about now, what assumptions are you making about me? It could be because I've got quite a homey environment that you make the assumption that I don't really work in the corporate world, when I do. I just tend to have people here at the home environments because they tend to learn and be able to look at things from a different perspective when they're not in their corporate world environment. What other assumptions are you making right now? How do you know that to be true? What are you hearing and seeing that tells you that? And with that assumption, what impact is that having on you right now? Last year, a client of ours, Rachel, joined us at Power Grip Plus because she recognised that as a busy businesswoman and a mum of a 4-year-old, that she was often very keen to give suggestions and opinions for people, but they didn't work. And although she still cared and she wanted to help people, she wanted to be able to ask questions so they could make good decisions for themselves. Following the programme, she decided to try the questions out and the attitude and the ethos with her 4-year-old daughter. So I'd just like to share this little story. I want you to imagine now a 4-year-old in the bath playing away and suddenly says, "Mummy, it's time to change." At that point, Rachel grabbed for the towel and was about to change her daughter, and then recognised that perhaps this was a moment where she was making an assumption about the meaning of the word change. So she decided to get some clarity and asked the daughter, "What kind of change is that change?" And the daughter said, "Well, Mummy, you could be a train or a plane if you like." And in that moment, the bath time playing continued. Now, I know that's a family example, but I see this time and time again in business. A leader will say, "I want my team members to be more productive." And yet when we ask the question, what kind of productive? Either they can't actually clarify that meaning in detail enough for somebody else to duplicate or replicate, or their interpretation of productive versus the team member's interpretation of productive is completely different. So just be mindful over the next couple of days, and I invite you to ask a few more questions and just notice when your interpretation of a word is different to somebody else's. And what impact is that making on your decision-making process today? How much are those assumptions costing you in money, time, relationships, or even your health right now? If you'd like to find out more about the fundamental principles and these 19 powerful questions that are reduced and avoid of assumptions, then please download our free ebook, Success Without Stress in 8 Simple Steps. And as always, share what works, what doesn't work, and what needs to happen for it to work better. Thanks for listening.